Hello, good day, my beautiful angels. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. We're into our first full Friday, I want to say. Yeah, it's our first Friday officially of June. So blessings and greetings on to you. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, may not be the last. Please share, like, and comment. We're gonna get caught up with some videos. It takes a lot to do this, you just don't know. So I really appreciate you appreciating the time that I put into these readings. So show your appreciation. Guess what? It costs you nothing. It's free. All you have to do is subscribe, comment, share, or like the video. Okay, cards of blessing prayed for. It is your Friday wake-up call reading. I usually try to get this out for you early in the morning, but depending on my own busy schedule, sometimes it has to wait during the course of the day. But no matter the time of day, it's still Friday and it's still messages in which the universe would like for you to receive. So hopefully something will come out today that will jog your memory, make you take action, or actually wake you up to understand a better situation or to change the course of direction. Whatever you receive for this, know that I send it to you with love and light. Special shout outs today to, let's see, who should we shout out? Let's shout out Spency. Shout out Spency. Let's shout out Latoya. Who else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Of course my Kathy B, but there's someone else I'm thinking of and I just can't bring the name to thought. And a special shout out to all the beautiful creators in whom I have purchased cards throughout the years, or who have been kind enough to give me cards. If you're a creator and you would like for me to use your cards on my channel or do a deck review on my channel, please email me at sacredsagjourney@gmail.com, and I would love to do that for you. But I'm so appreciative of your work, and some of the few, there's really 2 to 3 creators that I really just adore and love their cards, and I'm just so grateful that I get to use their cards on my channel. So always pay close attention, because I do rotate the cards every month, and pay attention to which cards seem to blend in with you more, or you feel like those cards really speak to you and give you the messages you desire. But other cards might be maybe a little lackluster. But let's dedicate this Friday wake-up call message to the creators of these lovely decks and what it takes to create these decks, the artwork that they really put into it. I have about 10 to 12 decks that I've created myself, but I'm not as artistic as some of these creators who are graphic designers and really do, a lot of the designing. I'm more great with the content, so I really appreciate it, and just show your love to them as well and keep them in your prayers. Okay, what is the Friday wake-up call message? Heavenly Father, angels that guard and protect the spirit and soul of me and my fellow Sagittariuses, and also the cross watchers who have interactions or marriages or just soul connections with Sagittarius. What is it that you want to bring awareness to them on this Friday? Okay, the first card we get is learn to ride the waves of life when faced with difficult times. You can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is it to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Learn to ride the waves of life, Sagittarius, especially when faced with difficult times. So we have that option, right? We can go right, we can go left, we can go crazy and lose self-control and create more drama in our life, or we can be calm, reserved, and just go with the flow and try to maneuver until brighter days come ahead. But just think about yourself when you've gone through crisis and what the results have been when you fought against the flow, opposed to when you just said, you know what, let it be God's will, I'm going to go through this, and whatever happens, happens. Think which one gave you the strongest victory, okay? And didn't deplete your energy, because our energy is so fragile. It is so precious to us. And if anything that I have learned in a few years of having this channel and just working on my spirituality and my growth and development as a child of God is that energy is so important. Who you give it to, who you share it with, and what you do with it. So don't deplete your energy fighting battles that you don't need to. Don't do it to yourself. The next message we get is when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason, Sagittarius. You are being redirected to something far better and bigger. Endings are part of the cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. And that is something that I literally just said to you last week during one of your readings. That when we see the death card, or we see, the hangman, or any card where life is in suspension, or things seem to be, in a breakup or an ending phase, we think of death, we think of doom. No. Things have to end so that new things can begin. A door never closes in our life without another one opening. So don't waste your energy trying to keep doors open that no longer should be open for you, because they're holding you back from the next opportunity. When you hold on to that boyfriend or girlfriend that you won't let go, that you're super obsessed about, don't you know, if you let them go, you're going to find an even better lover, even a more beautiful soul, someone that is really, truly the love of your life to come through the door. That job that you're hanging on to, or that you're miserable at, and that you're afraid to leave, and you're all stressed out over it, don't be afraid to apply for new jobs. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith and to do something different. Because I really look at my life, and I'm sure you can look at many of your own lives and really say, yes, the times when I let go, the time when I just let God take the wheel, and I didn't try to control the situation, and I didn't worry about it, yeah, I might have suffered a loss, I might have fell a few steps back, but boy, did I not catch up in the future. Things became better than I can even anticipate. That's the situation when we let God and we let go. We think we have everything great now, but God has so much far more greater to give us. So when you see you're being directed to close a chapter in your life, to end a cycle in your life, don't be afraid. Don't challenge it. Again, don't go against the grain or flow of energy. It's meant to end for a reason, because of those wonderful new beginnings, because of those wonderful new opportunities on the horizon. The last card that we get from this deck at the bottom of the deck is, if you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. And that is something that we need to understand with our visions, with our dreams and our fantasies and what we desire for our life. Sometimes we do get our prayers answered. It's just a different version of how we saw it. Maybe God tweaked it just a little, because maybe what we wanted for ourselves, God felt we deserved better. Or that we deserved what we desired, but we wasn't quite ready for it. So he's given it to us in small stages. But you should pay close attention, because all the doors that are closed, some doors do reopen up in our life, bringing us back to the same opportunity, but in a different way, which can help us and not hurt us, can help us elevate or rise from the challenge that we had when we went through that door before. So yes, you will have deja vu moments in life. You will find yourself maybe repeating a particular cycle in life, because this time you'll get it right. This time things are aligned. This time it is meant for you. So I love those messages that we got. We're also getting a message of faith about moving mountains. Trust in your ability, Sagittarius, to create miracles. The impossible is becoming impossible. And when you have faith, just as much small faith as the mustard seed, as the great book says, You can move mountains. So the only person that limits us from being successful and seeing our dreams manifest is us. Okay? If you desire great things, you wouldn't desire it if you didn't think you were ready for it. You wouldn't desire it if you didn't feel or felt that you deserved it. We also get distance is hurting your relationship. Either move closer or date someone local. Some of you might be having heartbreak or a lot of disruption in your love life because you're dating people over the internet. You're dating people that you have to travel to. You're taking the risk of meeting people that aren't local to you. Be careful. It's hurting your relationship because maybe this is not the relationship for you. You need someone closer to you. You need someone that you can reach out to and they can be closer. I know it's just a weird sound. I don't know if it's a storm or what. It's someone that you can reach out to and grab their hand and hold their hand and be a source of, of comfort and guidance to. So distance could be hurting you because also when you have long distance relationships, the trust factor is so important. Do you trust this person, or are they being honest? As 1111 just came up on the camera. It could be a financial strain on both of you to travel to see each other, your schedules, and again, just the communication and being active and putting the time and energy to see each other. Even the best relationships have ended because of distance. So sometimes if you know you're not good with dealing with someone who lives far away, don't put yourself in those situations. Date people that you have immediate access to, at least to the point that it's a comfortable travel within your local city and state. We also get stop fighting and arguing on the internet, work in silence. A lot of people, that's the only thing about the internet. A lot of people want to share a lot of bad things on the internet. They fight, they put all their personal business, on the internet, whether it's a mom and dad fighting, or parents fighting with their children, or spouses fighting, or in-laws. Stop that. And don't put your plans where you're going and what you're doing. People are always watching and listening. So stop putting your personal business on the internet. Do everything in silence, because you are giving your enemies and people who are trying to work against you the tools to be able to do so effectively. And then finally we get, it makes no sense what happened. And these three cards are coming from my Tigris Tell It All Oracle. Some of you are shaking your head this Friday like you're still for loss for words. Something happened and it just doesn't make sense to you, because whatever happened, you wasn't expecting it, you didn't deserve it, or it just came out of the blue. We're going to get some love messages before we end this Friday wake-up call. We get, keep the door open. Don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. Do you see a little trend here, my angels? Yes. There's a lot of talk about Sagittarius not focusing on the closed doors and not being afraid to close doors, because it does disturb the flow of the energy. It will stop you from moving towards the open door or allowing the space to a new door or opportunity to be open. So don't be focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. And when this is in particular to love, we're saying stop dwelling in the past. So many people romantically are stuck with the person that got away or the person that they desire, that they don't see all the other beautiful people lined up who could be in their life and probably will be a better partner, a more long-lasting relationship than the person that you're pining over, who probably isn't pining over you. They're on to their second, third, or fourth relationship since you. So keep the door open so that love can come to you, and close the door to the past. We also get beware of codependency this Friday. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. Some of you could be dealing with partners. It could also be you too. You have addictive behaviors, can be from sex to money, gambling, addictions with drugs or drinking. Any type of bad vice will affect your relationship, especially if it causes emotional discord or any type of distraction and lack of communication and lack of intimacy within the relationship. The last card that we get for this Friday is leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. Another thing that can hamper you from having healthy relationships, Sagittarius, other than not letting go of the past, is taking that baggage with you into your current relationships, and the fears that you have of being left alone or someone leaving you again or someone cheating on you, all those fears and anxieties that you've acquired during your life through your relationships. If you bring that into every relationship, it's almost a guarantee it's going to occur. Give every relationship its own chance. Don't judge your present lover to your last lover. So please leave your fears behind. They are stopping your relationship from blossoming. If you want your relationship to grow, treat your lover and your relationship brand new for which it is. Don't compare it to your last two or any relationship that you've had prior to it. In closing, let's just say a prayer for everyone who's traveling this weekend. Many of you have children that are graduating or going to prom this week or will have them coming up in the future weeks. We pray that as your children grow and mature and they make these new choices into colleges or high school, or even if they're just going into first grade, that they are grounded and made whole and protected, and that when they leave your house in the morning, that God is with them and your love is carried forth with them, and that they carry themselves, as good citizens and good children, and that you be proud of them. And may they continue to be successful in whatever part of their cycle of life that they're in. And that may God continue to give you the strength and most of all the help and wealth to continue to bless your children and to nurture them. Namaste.